Bo,
Mm.
have you seen that China has threatened Keir Starmer over Taiwan?
No, really.
Yeah, they've quite
Over
literally said,
Taiwan
and
as
quote,
well.
"It
Okay.
belongs to us."
All right.
Yeah, it effectively looks and sounds like, I know that we always say this and have done for years, an imminent war warning, basically. So this happened effectively today, and it's been pretty major. So
Okay.
as I mean, it's everywhere. So it's not just GB News; it's quite literally everywhere. But Westminster is under pressure from Beijing over the delays in approving the super embassy in London. So there's that. That's happened, and with it, Chinese ambassador to the UK has warned that Sir Keir Starmer must back China's ownership of Taiwan or risk a breakdown in diplomatic
Oh,
relations.
these
Yeah,
fucking cheeky
there's
bastards.
more. There's more. Zheng Ziguang said the future of relations between Westminster and Beijing relied on the UK government accepting that, quote, Taiwan has never been a country, and that, quote, both sides of the Taiwan Strait belong to China. There's more. There's so much more. Just wait. It comes as Britain once again delayed a decision on whether to approve the plans of a Chinese super embassy in London, days after ministers faced pressure over the collapse of a trial, which we've covered here, the Chinese spy trial, which is pretty major anyway. But now, Mr. Zheng claimed Britain made, quote, unequivocal commitment to defend China's ownership of Taiwan when diplomatic relations were established with the People's Republic of China in 1972. Writing in the Telegraph, Mr. Zheng said China was ready to do whatever it takes to regain control of the island.
Wow.
China and democratically governed Taiwan, which Beijing views as its own territory, have repeatedly clashed this year over their differing interpretations of the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. When the rest is just normal, dribble that they have in these articles. So pretty mental. Mr. Zen cited two sections from the communique, in which Britain acknowledges the position of the Chinese government that Taiwan is a province of the PRC. He added the communique recognizes the Chinese.
Sorry.
Hey,
Communique.
oh, communique. Sorry. I'm
Sorry.
tired. Recognizes the Chinese Communist Party as the sole legal government in China. And he wrote, it was only after the UK made this unequivocal commitment that formal diplomatic relations were established between China and the UK. This history must not be forgotten. So the Chinese ambassador stressed that while Beijing was hoping for a peaceful reunification, he warned that China was ready to do whatever it takes to regain control of the island. It's a historical fact that we have never recognised or supported these claims, including absolute sovereignty to the island. This is former Security Minister and Tory MP Tom Tujan. I don't know how to say his name. We just said since 1972, UK acknowledged that PRC's strong views on Taiwan. Beijing's attempts to distort international law, including claims that UNGA Resolution 2758 confers dominion over Taiwan, should be resisted. These are rightly matters for the Taiwanese people to determine. Using economic coercion to force others to submit does not make it legal. And it's just a whole bunch of other waffle. We don't really care what Tom has to say, to be honest. Yeah, not a massive surprise. I think it's quite revealing, actually.
Yeah, a bit of an escalation.
Well, I think it's quite revealing that China has Keir Starmer in their pocket, actually.
Yeah.
Like, to me, because that's a very... If they're doing this publicly, what have they said behind closed doors? And so the escalation publicly is a case of, well, you've not listened to us behind closed doors, so we're going to say this publicly now.
Probably,
right?
Yeah. It makes sense.
And
I mean, I don't know.
It's pretty major. Like, that's very, very brazen, It's just to be like, yeah, no, like, we will do whatever, and you will do this.
Yeah.
Or suffer, like, economic consequences, like break ties with us. It's not, well, I don't actually give a shit about China, so break ties with them. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go.
So, two things for me, two broad topics of discussion after learning this. One is just purely from our point of view, the British Isles, the British government, and Keir Starmer. Okay, on that front,
Queer Starmer, sorry.
so queer. Who the fuck are they to bully us? Fuck that. We got nukes. We got nukes. They cannot be allowed to just bully us like that. That's blackmail. Do this, otherwise you're in trouble. No. Right. The way I live my life, right, is if anyone ever tries to blackmail me in any way, not that it's ever happened, but if it did ever happen, or little things, little blackmailing things in your relationship or whatever, little things. I'm just like, no, that's not happening. No. If you've got some dirt on me or something, release it. That's fine. I'm not being blackmailed. That's not happening. A little bit of leverage you've got on me that you're trying to leverage against me. No. Everything's going to come out in the open. I'm not having that. It's not happening. It's not happening. So if our government, if China's saying, well, we threaten to withdraw our commerce with you if you don't give us this super embassy in the middle of London, the correct response to that from our government will be, go fuck yourself then. Because we're not being bullied by you. We're not going to allow ourselves to be bullied by you. Dirty little pieces of shit. Fuck them. Jesus Christ. And you've got to do this. Like, who are they to dictate? We're a sovereign country. We're our own sovereign country. You've got to say this now. Your policy, this bit of your foreign policy has got to be this now. Otherwise, we'll withdraw our $90 billion worth of commerce every year. Fine, do that then. Because what? We're just going to be your bitch. We're your prison bitch now. Because you know where it always goes. Every time with blackmail is you give into it once, and that's not the end of it. They then know that you're a coward. They then know they've got their boot on your neck. So they just say the next thing they insist on. So no. Oh, China. God. Fucking China. These sons of bitches. I'd expel all. I'd say, right, you can't have this super embassy. In fact, if that's how you want to go, let's cut all diplomatic ties then. No, you can't have any embassy. We don't have any embassy. We'll send back every single Chinese citizen in this country. You can have them all back. How about that? Yeah, all right. We won't do any business with you then. Fine. We'll be all right. Do you know what? We'll be all right. Yeah, our economy, it'll be bad for our economy a bit. We'll be a little bit poorer. Of course, Keir Starmer's never going to do all these things because he's a complete pussy and he's in their pocket. But that's what should be done. That's what a normal government would do. Okay, so there's that angle. Okay, I'll calm down a bit now. The other angle is just China wanting to take Taiwan or Formosa. I like to still call it Formosa, which is what it used to be called. Like I like to call Istanbul Constantinople. I'll call Sri Lanka.
Name.
Yeah. I like to call Sri Lanka Ceylon. I just call Iraq Mesopotamia. Formosa, the island of Formosa. Everyone knows it has always been the case ever since Chiang Kai-shek, ever since 1948, 49, when Chiang Kai-shek went there and the Chinese nationalists went there, and Mao wasn't in a position to actually do anything about it at that time, and so hasn't. And it's been essentially a holding pattern ever since, particularly because the United States during the Cold War guaranteed, or after the Korean War, guaranteed that they would protect Formosa. So we're in a different world now, though, where obviously the CCP calculate that America won't do anything about it, and they do want to take it back. Now, they've always said, it is true, that they have always said all throughout those decades, ever since the 1950s, have always said, we still consider Taiwan to be part of China. It is part of China. So to be fair to them, that's not any sort of sudden escalation.
Oh, no, God, no.
They have always said that. but it's always been, just like in this sort of frozen stasis thing where everyone knows that they repeatedly say it, but there's no real imminent, realistic threat that they're actually going to invade the island. Well, in recent years, there have been. They've definitely been building up their navy and even been manufacturing giant landing craft to land on Formosa. Pardon me. Okay, so I've never heard before, although I might be wrong, so obviously I don't know everything that goes on in diplomatic circles, but I've never heard before a Chinese ambassador be this aggressive, this bellicose to us, saying, you've got to change your foreign policy now on this. I've never heard that before. I've never seen that before. Not to say it hasn't happened. But that's new to me. And that does signal, doesn't it, that it sort of does signal that they're really, like for reals, they're gearing up to invade Taiwan. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. It's one of two things, isn't it? And they sort of go hand in hand, right? So, if they are for reals, yeah, they're for reals, and they're also for reals because Keir Starmer is weak, and they know he's weak.
Yeah.
Or they know he's weak, and they know that they can embarrass him on the world stage by having their ambassador just basically bitch slap him. So it's one of two things, isn't it? Like it's either that he's weak and they just know that they can just send in their lackey just to embarrass us, globally, because that is embarrassing. Having an ambassador be like, yeah, no, you will do this. And that's what? Fuck off.
Yeah, who are you?
Or it is because they've got, a communique from Winnie the Pooh himself. And yeah, like it's on like Donkey Kong. They plan to go, and this is their sort of statement of intent. Or again, like it is, like I said, is that behind closed doors they've said no, do this, and he's gone no, and they've gone, well, you're in a pocket, so you do need to do this, and we'll just crank up the pressure, and so they've done it publicly instead.
Yeah. Now, it is like a classic prison bitch relationship or just a schoolyard bully. Is the bully knows who he can bully. Right? Once he's bullied you a couple of times and you haven't done jack, he knows, oh, I can just put my thumb on that kid and they're not going to do anything. I can bully them whenever I want now. Yeah. You imagine that's what China are thinking. Oh, Britain's government is weak as piss. So we can bully them, quite literally bully them. But yeah, I mean, I wonder what Mr. Trump will do, because it has been a cornerstone of US foreign policy, again, since the war, World War II, that, they are the protectors and the guarantors of Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, right? West Germany. There are lots and lots of places around the world, in fact. America has always said for decades, if anyone attacks you, we'll go to world war if we have to. Right? That's what America have always said about Taiwan. And that's their official position to this day. I mean, even Democrats, even had Nancy Pelosi going over there a few years back, pledging that we will always have your back, Taiwan. Right? That's Nancy Pelosi. So it would be, if China we wake up one morning and the news is broken that there's a massive invasion with, amphibious landing craft and divisions of infantrymen and armored divisions of Chinese tanks rolling all over Taiwan. We wake up one morning and that's happened. What will America do?
Oh no, they will 100% go in. I guarantee it. And I think, one, because America as a nation, as a republic, loves to be the big brother. It loves to impose itself and its empire on the world, right? And something like this would be ample opportunity for them to be like, yeah, cool. This is a great chance to reaffirm that. and also affirm to China their dominance. It's twofold, isn't it? Really. And I also think Trump. So that's just nation. That's just as a republic. But I also think Trump quite likes to be the peacekeeper, right? But he also, I think he would revel in going to war to save a country that, the Republic has traditionally said, yeah, we will absolutely protect you. I think he'd revel in that. I think he would genuinely revel in it. And it would all be from, it'd be great optics, be brilliant optics, like for him as a president, but like, yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We're going to save this poor country from the gross communists. Yeah. So yeah, I genuinely think that they would. I think they'd swoop in, be like, yeah, no, we'll go do this.
China. Yeah, Trump. To be one thing you got to say to Trump is he's not. There's been one or two presidents which I would feel like would shit their pants in that situation. I think Biden might. I think someone like Jerry Ford might have. I think someone like Jimmy Carter might have. Who knows? I don't feel like Trump's in that. I feel like Trump is. Well, he definitely is prepared to pull the trigger on shit. Right, launching B-2s over Iran. Right, he's got the stones to do it. The only thing is about all of this is nukes. So
yeah,
I think in a conventional war, particularly if the United States decided to go on a full war economy, full industrialized mobilization footing, they'd beat China. I've had a bit of back and forth with people on Twitter about this in the last couple of days, but I'm absolutely convinced if America made Chrysler and Ford start pumping out artillery pieces and tanks and military lorries instead of just cars and stuff, like they did in World War II, America will outstrip China. They already completely dominate the sea in terms of just the Navy and aircraft carriers and all sorts of things. You get some weird people, your weirdos, the people that Western people that insist that America would stand no chance and China's super powerful. I don't know why you think that. America's got full spectrum dominance of space, of the air, of the sea. Their ability to be flexible in terms of industry, absolutely unparalleled to this day. So in a conventional war, even if it took years, America would win. I'm convinced, absolutely convinced they would win. But then there's the nuke thing. Well, America has got complete dominance in that as well. They've got 8,000, 10,000. Can't remember the exact number, 10,000 or 12,000 nukes, right? They can bounce rubble across the whole of China 10 times over if they want to. But China's got nukes. I think China's got something, we don't know exactly, but so China's got something in the range of a few hundred nukes. 300, 400, 500 odd nukes, right? The United States doesn't want to get nuked by 500 nukes. That's enough to obliterate all the cities in the United States. So if they can keep it to a conventional war, that's like just over the island of Taiwan, Formosa, then okay, that would be interesting for me to watch. The same way I found the invasion of Iraq in 2003, just interesting. You just sit back and watch it, the horror play out. Okay, but if it went nuclear, not nuclear, if it went nuclear, yeah, that's going to be something else. So yeah, hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, interesting story. I haven't seen this. Is this breaking in the last couple of days? So
today,
yeah, a bit of an escalation. A bit worrying, isn't it?
Yeah.